Space, the final frontier.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I have a very exciting video for you, as you could probably tell by the thumbnail. We're going to be doing a review and swatch and look on the new Adept Cosmetics Samarian Sunset Palette. This is what it looks like on the outside. And then it has the Adept Cosmetics on it. It's very cool. If you open it this way, you can kind of see the color. Now my lighting, I will just say in this video, I have natural lighting in the background, which I will do swatches and we'll look at the swatches in the natural lighting. But I do have a studio light here. So again, if it's not the perfect lighting or if it's a little off, that's why. And it is a cloudy day out, unfortunately, on the day I decided to film this. So anywho, there's that. I'm also still out of breath because I'm now 31 weeks pregnant and we are on the countdown. So, you know, anywho. So this is the palette. It is Star Trek themed. So I thought it would be fun to kind of go over each shade and just kind of give a brief description of what each shade kind of means. So you kind of have like an understanding if you're not a Star Trek fan. But this is what the palette looks like. Again, I know the color is not the best, but this is what it looks like. It's very beautiful. It has 10 like multi-chrome shades and then 5 matte shades at the bottom. So, and I don't think there's no glitters in these or anything of that nature. And then it has, it's really cool. It says on the, I know it's hard to kind of see, but it says the best of both worlds right here. So we're going to do a little peely. Sometimes these are hard to peel. This one has like a little thing on it though. There we go. Yes! Okay. So there is that. So it says the best of both worlds. And then it has each shade name. So I'm going to swatch the shades for you. And then I will take you over natural lighting so we can see kind of the reflect of each shade. And I'll give you a brief little description. So as it states on the website, the Samarian Sunset is a clear colored drink that changes colors, primarily luminescent green and orange, when its container is vibrated with a strong ping. So that is what Samarian Sunset is. It is a drink off of Star Trek. Which is really cool. So that's the whole sunset vibe. These are very fall tone shades. And I don't know, you can kind of tell at the angle I'm at now, like, they're just really reflective multi-chrome, so you can kind of see they all shift very differently in the palette. And I can't wait to swatch this one right here. So I'm going to try not to butcher the names. My husband can say them a whole lot better than I can, but I'm going to try my best. I do love Star Trek. I am a Star Trek fan. I'm not like a crazy Trekkie, but I do like Star Trek. I watch it with my husband. We watch it with, you know, our kids sometimes. Like, I really like Star Trek. So, with that being said, let's go on and start swatching these. And then towards the end of the video, I will be inserting some clips of me doing some different eyeshadow looks. So, the first color is called Mauve. And it is this shade right here. So I'm just going to swatch that for you. And I've not swatched this palette yet, so I'm super excited. This is what that shade kind of looks like. And then let's see. Ooh, they're very smooth. So the first shade is Mauve. And Mauve, don't know if you can kind of see there. It's very pretty. It's kind of like a, it has no, it's just kind of a glitter-ish, if that makes sense. It's kind of a translucent background with shimmer. And so Mauve was a male Klingon citizen in the early 24th century, and he was the father of Worf and Kern. So that is what that shade is named after. The second shade is Farpoint, which is the shade right here. Ooh, that one's really pretty. It's like a goldy pink kind of color is what it's looking like. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, this is like a very goldy pink color. So that is that shade right there. You'll be able to see these a whole lot better when I step us over to the natural lighting so you can see the shift of it. Farpoint was a complex, it's a complex that has more in common with the tardigrade than it does a space station, as it's alive. And I'm probably butchering this, but a tardigrade is like the little worm-looking things. You can Google it, it'll make more sense. But that is what Farpoint is, a complex that has more in common with that than a space station because it's alive. So that is Farpoint right there. The next shade is Riza. It's this one right here. It's kind of got the greenish look to it. These are very soft, like almost like cream shadows, it feels like. This is like a greeny blue shade, almost like a mermaidy greeny blue. I'm going to swatch it right here. Ooh, that one is so pretty. I feel like I have some Terra Moon Cosmetics ones that really kind of, that have the same kind of flip or shift to them, you know? And it did just start raining, by the way, so if you hear the rain. But that is that shade right there, Riza. Very pretty, kind of like a gold undertone. Some of these are kind of hard to describe. They're very shimmery and multi-chromy. Let me see. Okay, the next shade is Lol. Lol. It is this one right here. I'm going to swatch it. Ooh, that one's very pretty. I don't know. It's got kind of like a dark orangey. Let's see what it swatches as. Like an orangey kind of back. Like an orange. I don't know. Like an orange to gold shimmer again. Something similar of that nature. Ooh. It's kind of got like a gray undertone with like red and gold shimmer to it. And then the last of the top row is, oh, and by the way, Lol is an android created by Data in 2366 on the USS Enterprise D, and she exceeded Data's capabilities. She was able to do a whole lot more than Data. If you know who Data is, he is the, he's like the android on the ship. So, yeah. So, and Risa, going back to Risa, because I'm messing up my order here, the shade Risa, that was the greeny shade right here. Risa is a pleasure planet that Captain Picard visits on holiday. So that's kind of cool. All right, and then the last shade I'm going to swatch here of this row is Paclid. It's this orangey looking shade. Let's try swatching that with my thumb. They're like cream shadows. They are so pretty. And this is like a green orange. And Paclids were a humanoid spacefaring race native to the mountains Alpha Quadrant planet of Paclid. They also were pretty much like underdeveloped. They had underdeveloped communication skills and had a very simple looking appearance. So that is what this shade is named after. Paclid. There is a fly flying around here. I don't know why every time I sit down to film a video, either the lighting messes with me or a fly. So there's that. But this is a very beautiful, like, orange to reddish shift right here. And I'm going to pause real quick so I can go wipe off my fingers, and then we will come back and start the second row. Okay, now that I'm back, we're going to start with the second row. We're going to start with Obsidian Order and move this way, and then we'll do the mattes. So the next shade, this is very hard to pick up on camera. It looks maroon, but it has like a flip to gold. And it is Obsidian Order, which was the primary intelligence agency of the Cardassian Union and one of the most ruthless and efficient organizations in the quadrant. So that is what Obsidian Order was. Ah, these shadows, they're almost like too soft. I don't know. Okay, so that is this shade. It is gorgeous. Oh my god. That is beautiful. It is like literally a maroon, yellow, gold flip. And it is this shade right here. Very beautiful. Okay, then the next one is Praxis, which is kind of a maroon with a green shift. It's this one right here. I'm going to swatch it. And it's kind of, so this is the Obsidian Order, and this is Praxis. Praxis was a natural moon of the Klingon homeworld, QAnos. It was the only moon of the planet that was inhabited. So that is what this shade is named after. These are so pretty. I can't wait to do a look with them. So that is that one. You can kind of see how it has more of a green kind of flip to it, whereas the top one's kind of more gold, but they both have like a dark maroon undertone to them. Okay, the next color is Trill. It is the light pink looking one, and it does have kind of a greeny white gold shift to it. It's the shade right here. To me, honestly, these don't have glitters in them, so to me, these are more of like a cream formula. Like, they are very soft. Like, it literally feels like you're putting your finger in cream. So that is that shade, Trill. And Trill were a humanoid species, native to the planet Trill in the Alpha Quadrant. So I'll just put that right here. Ooh, this would be very pretty, I think, over like any of the matte shades. I don't know if you can see that. It's got kind of like a bluish pink undertone to it, but like pink from the top. I'll get some better views of the swatches here in a minute. Next is the USS Defiant. That is this shade right here, which is another kind of gold flip shade. And the USS Defiant is the name of 2 starships in the Star Trek media franchise. It is a warship attached to the show's eponymous space station. So that is what USS Defiant is named after. Ooh, that's pretty. It's this shade right here. It's kind of a green-red flip. It almost looks like it also has kind of a grayish black undertone with like red and gold and maybe slight green undertones to it, or shimmer in it. Yeah, you can see how it kind of has like a green shift to it, this one right here. USS Defiant. Very beautiful. Okay, let me wipe my fingers off. The next one I'm so excited about. It is Tal Shiar. Tal Shiar. Sorry, gotta clean my fingers off so we can swatch the next shades. My fingers dry for a second. This is like a formula I've never really worked with before. Like, these shadows are really, I don't think I've ever worked with any quite this soft. Not even the Terra Moon ones, which are similar shift-wise. Like, they have the really wild shifts to them, but they're not, I don't feel like they're as quite as creamy as these. But, anyhow. Okay, Tal Shiar, which is this really cool, like, it looks like it just really looks literally like a rainbow prism shade, and that was a Romulan intelligence agency. They described by the Federation as the Romulan secret police. They were ruthless, and their purpose was to ensure loyalty. So they were like a type of police. So we will go in and swatch that shade. This was like the one I could not wait to swatch because it just looked, oh yes, it's like a holographic shimmer shade. It reminds me of like the nail polishes. Oh my god. Okay, so that is this shade. I literally have nothing like this in my collection. That is a wild eyeshadow shade. Yes, that would be cool over any eyeshadow. I'll take you over. It's raining right now. I wish it was a sunny day. The one day I film. I might have to do swatches of this again and post them on YouTube of like a sunnier day, because this is just not doing it justice. That's what it looks like. Is that not cool? Yes. Okay. Next, so the last row we're going to swatch here is the matte shades. So Darmok is this like kind of brown shade. And I'm going to swatch that right here next to the Tall Shiar. So the best way to describe, and I'm going to go on and swatch the next shade too. It's Jalad. Right here, Jalad, which is this lighter, like yellowy kind of shade. Just like that. So this is Darmok and this is Jalad. I'm gonna swatch it right next to it. This is just a really creamy, like cream pale yellow shade. Doesn't really translate that well on a swatch, but those are the two shades. You can't really see the yellow one. But Darmok and Jalad were basically aliens that speak only in metaphor. So they only speak in metaphor. And they were both on Tanagra, and Tanagra is the next shade we're going to swatch. And that was a city that Darmok and Jalad meet in. So this is Tanagra. It's this green, darker green shade. Kind of an army green. Looks like that. The mattes feel very smooth though. So I don't know if you can kind of see that baby yellow shade in between the green and the brown. And then we have two more shades left. And the next two shades we have, that are the last two shades that are matte, is Positronic Net, which is kind of like a salmon-y kind of matte shade. And Positronic Net was Data's brain. So let's swatch that. It's like a really pretty pale salmon-y. Again, my lighting doesn't do it justice or really pick up the color, but to me it's like a salmon-y light pink color. And then Delta Quadrant is the last one. This is the like very beautiful fall like orange shade. It's kind of a dusty, rusty kind of orange. And Delta Quadrant was the only named galactic quadrant referenced in Star Trek Enterprise. And that is what this shade is named after. So I hope this is a view of all of the shades. I kind of hope that all of the name descriptions, if you're not a Star Trek fan or you're not a Trekkie, then you're probably not going to really resonate with it either way, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of add what each shade name kind of represented, since it was a Star Trek themed palette. But yeah, this is all the shades. And I'm going to take you over and let you see them in natural lighting really quick, and then I'm going to insert some video of me doing a few eye looks. So be right back. Okay, so I've brought you guys over to the natural lighting. Again, it's a cloudy day out, so, you know, I'm working with what I got here. But I will try to, at some point, post some pictures of them, like, in a shinier, sunnier type of day. But anyhow, this is the shades. Starting with the top one there, all the way down to the mattes. They're just so pretty. I wish I could pick them up better in the lighting. They are so beautiful. But yeah, this is all of the shades. These are the 5 matte shades at the bottom. You have that like kind of yellowy brown color, the creamy yellow, the kind of army olive green, the salmon-y color, and the orange one. And then you've got kind of that multi-chrome, the maroons and pinks, and then you've got like the oranges. And then like the first 4 shades, which are a little bit lighter. But yeah, that is all the swatches. This is the Star Trek Samarian Sunset palette. And like I said, I will post some videos and do some looks so that you guys can kind of see some different looks on it. And I will insert those here towards the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed the swatches. Hi guys. Okay, so today we're going to be doing 2 different looks using the Samarian Sunset palette that I just reviewed. I am going to use one look for each eye, and I did use the Tatcha Silk Canvas as my eyeshadow primer. So without further ado, we're going to go on and get into these eyeshadow looks. I'm not really sure what looks I'm going to do yet, so we're just going to go with the flow. So stay tuned and we will get started on those. Okay, so the first look I think I'm going to do is going to be using Tanagra, which is this like army green kind of color. I'm going to do like a halo eye with Riza as like my all over sparkly shadow. So I'm going to go on and get started with that eye look. If you hear my dog in the background, she's on my bed, so that's probably what you hear. So I'm just going to get started with this look. Really excited that there's like so many different looks you can do, but it's just trying to figure out how you want to put it together. And with duochromes, it's trying to figure out which flip you want to kind of cater to. So I'm going to take Tanagra. I'm just going to apply that to the outer corner of my eye. Okay, so I did just kind of go in and make a bit of a smoky halo eye. I did use Tanagra, which is the olive green shade, and I did that on both corners of my eye. And then I went back in, and I know the lighting is terrible, so I'll try to show you a natural lighting look of both eye looks when I'm done. But I went back in with the fluffy brush and the shade Positronic Net and kind of blended the crease. And so now I'm going to go in and put in the, we're going to put in the shimmer shade. So using my finger, I'm going to go in with Riza, which is this pretty green flip. I'm just going to use my finger. And I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid in the middle. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It's like a green with like a yellowy gold flip. And I'm just pressing this in. And I'm trying not to go too much over the matte shadows we just laid down. But oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It's a really pretty halo eye. Oh my goodness. I swear there's always a fly when I'm filming. It's the funniest thing. I sit down to film and then the fly that was never there before is all of a sudden there. I can't get over it. I'm ready for them to go back to hell where they're from. Okay, so as you can see, we've created a really pretty halo eye. I am just going to go in. Yeah, this has got like green, pink, and gold like duo flip. It's really pretty. I know it's hard to tell and my lighting is terrible, but I wish the camera would pick it up. It's like green and gold. Anyways, it's very pretty. And I'll take you over to the natural light so we can see better because my lighting here is not... It gives me a weird orange cast. I don't know why. But, you know. So anyways, I'm going to go back in real quick and just kind of touch up with Tanagra. And I'm just going to touch up the outer and inner corners. So pretty. Okay. And I feel like we could kind of go under the eye just a little bit and smoke it out if you wanted to with Tanagra. But I'm going to go on and get started on the other eye. And I think for this eye, I'm going to do one of these really cool... I'm really torn because I really want to use Tall Shiar, which is like this really pretty, like literally rainbow holographic color. Or use Praxis or Obsidian Order, one of these two, like doing a maroon look. And I will be doing more looks with this palette. These are the 2 that I'm using for this video, but I would like to film more videos on just some eye looks from this palette because it's absolutely gorgeous. So I think, I think that what I'm going to do is, I don't know, I'm so torn. Like this tall art shade is so, it's literally like a rainbow multi, like duochrome. Like it's like a holographic color. I feel like that's so pretty. But I really wanted to use Praxis. You know, I think I'm actually... Alright, you know what? Let's do a look with... I'm going to do a look with Obsidian Order. So I feel like USS Defiant, that's really pretty. I'm so all over the place. Maybe we'll do... I'm terrible. Okay, give me just a minute to figure out what kind of look I'm going to do, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did decide on what look I'm going to do, finally. So I'm actually going to go in and use this really beautiful shade called Delta Quadrant. It is the orange, like the burnt kind of very vibrant orange color. And I'm going to do a halo eye with this. So I have already gone on and done both corners of my eye. I am going to go in with Positronic Net again. This is a really pretty, like very light salmon colored shade. And it works really well in the crease for like blending shadows together. So I am going to go in and just blend this little halo together with the Positronic Net. Just feel like this shade kind of brings everything together. And it works with kind of all the tones in the palette. Sorry, I've got my little color switch pan, so if you hear me digging at that, and my chair that's squeaking. Anywho, okay, so then I'm going to go in with USS Defiant, which is this shade right here, and it's very pretty. It is like a orange, very orange sunsetty duochrome flip. And we're going to put that all over the center. I love these eyeshadows because there's not a lot of fallout to them. So they're really easy to work with. This is like in different light green, gold, and like a maroony red flip to it. Again, kind of hard to see and pick up on camera. But I am just going to apply that right in the center. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the flip a little bit better once you apply it to the eye. But that is so pretty. I know I did a halo eye. There's lots of different looks you can do. I like the halo eye because it kind of gives you a chance to use your shimmer shades, showcase those kind of in the middle, and some of the matte shades. But that is just so gorgeous. So the flip is a little hard to see on camera. I don't think cameras really do these eyeshadows justice. This does remind me, and I'll have to do a swatch comparison video, but this does remind me of a shade I have in my Terra Moon Cosmetics, some of their shades. I feel like I have one of these like red kind of flip shades. Oops, got some underneath my eye. But that is a very beautiful shade. And you can really see the red flip in it. Let me see. I mean, I'm blowing on it, but really there's like no fallout in any of these shades. Like the shimmers or the matte shades. But yeah, see, it's kind of, I know it doesn't pick it up, but it's like a red gold kind of grayish type of flip. But anyhow, I am going to take you over here to the natural lighting, so I'll be right back and we'll take a look at it in the natural light. And the sun is going down because it's later in the day, so it's not going to be perfect, but you can get a little bit more different lighting look. Okay, so our fly buddies over here. But this is in natural lighting. Again, the sun is going down, so it's not like the best lighting, but you can see the flip a whole lot better now with the green. how it's like a green, pink, gold flip on the green eye. And then on this eye that I just did, you can really see the red, gold, and kind of grayish colored flip to this eye. So, yeah. And I have like green colored eyes, so I feel like this palette goes really well. If you have green or brown eyes, of course, any eye color it would be beautiful on, but I feel like it really complements green and brown eyes. But yeah, this is the final look. I will be doing more looks, but like I said, these are just kind of simple, messy, apparently, eye looks. So yeah.